Hi, I'm Jay Handelman, the arts editor of the Herald-Tribune. I'm joined here by Dahlia Gabor, one of our arts writers, and we're here to give you an idea of what's going on new in the arts scene in Sarasota, Bradenton. We know you're looking for things to do, and so we've got some suggestions of what's new. So why don't you get us started?
I would definitely suggest checking out the last concerts of the Sarasota Music Festival. It finishes up this weekend. There's some really neat stuff lined up. The Thursday night concert is a tribute to founder Paul Wolf, who's just turned 90.
Yep.
That's fantastic. So it's a tribute to him. And then Friday, they're actually playing a festival debut, it's Beethoven String Quartet in F major, which rarely gets played. And I actually wrote a piece about that, so you can check that out on ticketsarasota.com. And Saturday is the last concert, and it's also artistic director Robert Levin's last concert, so he's playing a really cool Mozart piece at the end of that.
His last concert as the artistic director of the festival.
Yes.
He's going to be back as a faculty member. And the story that you've written is about one of the students and how he's sort of gone through the process of working on this Beethoven piece, so it's a lot of fun to read. There's a lot of theater going on this weekend. One of the new shows is part of Florida Studio Theater's Stage 3 series, which is a little bit more experimental or edgy shows, and this is a brand new world premiere play by Mark St. Germain, and the theater commissioned the play. And it's about Albert Einstein, who's being interviewed by a reporter about a daughter that he supposedly had, who, with his first wife, though before they were married apparently. But no one knows what happened to her after she was 2 years old. So all reference to her disappeared. So Mark St. Germain, has written a lot of plays that they've done at Florida Studio Theater, has sort of speculated about what could have happened to her, and I am really looking forward to that because he's a good writer. He does a lot of historic kind of pieces and has a good imagination. So
it's historical fiction kind of
thing. Right, and this is part of the National New Play Network, which tries to encourage theaters to give a shot to new plays. So there'll be they call them rolling world premieres. So Florida Studio Theater is actually doing the first one, but there'll be 3 other theaters over the next year that will do world premiere performances as well. And he might have a chance to rewrite or alter it as the year goes along if he wants.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot going on in theater. There's a lot going on in art as well. The Ringling Museum has 2 new exhibits opening up. First one I mentioned last week is called Phantom Bodies, which is quite visceral. It's very powerful, almost sometimes gruesome pieces that deal with mind and body and spirit. And that was a traveling exhibition that was brought here from the Frist Institute. And that opened last week, so you can go see that now. And the other one is a collection of celebrity circus posters, which are a big deal in the circus community because if you get your face on your own poster, it means you've made it. You're a big shot. So it's a big deal, and we're going to have a collection of those available to see at the Ringling Museum as well.
And that's in the Tibbles Learning Center.
The Tibbles Circus Museum.
I didn't realize this until last year, but they change the circus posters every so often, and the Phantom Bodies is going to be around till September, I think, right?
Yes, Phantom Bodies will be here till September, and the circus celebrity posters will be here till October.
There's a couple of other theater pieces I want to tell you about. Urbanite Theater, which is the newest theater in Sarasota, started last year downtown Sarasota, is opening a brand new, well, it's not a brand new play, but it's a relatively new play called Dry Land by a very young writer named Ruby Ray Spiegel, and it's about some high school girls and things that they're dealing with their bodies, with changing relationships with boys and their friends. Funny, from what I'm told, but also dealing with some serious subjects. And so that's opening Friday and running till July 24th. And coming up this weekend as well at the Glen Ridge Performing Arts Center, Jeremy Guerrero, who is one of my favorite actors in the community theaters, is reprising a play he did a year or 2 ago at the Venice Theater called Underneath the Lintel. And he plays a Dutch librarian who finds a book returned after 113 years or something like that, and he's curious to know where it's been and why it's being returned now, and it takes him on a around the world journey to figure out what happened to that book. So it's a kind of fun play.
It's amazing what they can come up with.
People have great imaginations. That's why we have all the arts that we do.
Yeah. Well, there's a ton of stuff to see around Sarasota this week. Make sure you check out the ticket section and ticketsarasota.com and look us up and read stories.
And the Sunday art section as well.
And the Sunday art section. Can't miss that.
And we'll be back with more next week. Thanks.